Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Page. Got his man. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on 3rd down. 4th down coming. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned.
Makes the grab past the marker. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Stribling. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now on the move. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. He might want another play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Page. got his man. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This time he's got his man. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Auburn Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rushes on him, and he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Let's talk for a second about Auburn and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. This is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. He'll return it from the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Cobb sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive players.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not.
Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Let's go, let's go.
To the air, it's Lewis. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
Number 19, on to kick it away.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Takes the handoff. It's McNabb. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Caught near the sticks. It's Stribling. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He's loose down the middle. The 40, past the 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Stribling. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Stribling. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Page. Right on target this time. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's McNabb. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Back to throw, it's Lewis. Looking deep down the right side. Makes a catch at the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He wants to change this route. They'll try to get outside. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. So here comes the Auburn offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Auburn lines up quickly. Motion from the back. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Takes the handoff. It's McNabb. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow
breaks into the open. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
it's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Scanning the field, it's Lewis. Looking left. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's Lewis. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Page. A shot for the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Power football with the run. Makes a man miss. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking for a gap. It's McNabb. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gives it on the option. And it'll be a touchdown. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Looking downfield, it's Lewis. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turn. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Finds some room. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Auburn. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Running back searching for a hole. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound.
Ready?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long for the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy, and